Right, I shall try again. As soon as the last video didn't work, I ran out of memory on the SD card. As I was saying on the previous video, my job today is to sort out our water system. The garden's so big that we haven't got easy access to mains, which are back down at the house. So what we're doing is using a rainwater collection system. So we've got the gutter in here off the barn, and it filters down into the water butt there. So this is an old water butt. This came with the property. What that's going to do is collect a lot of the sediment that comes off this roof. I've got to clear these gutters out, which is my next job, but this water butt will then filter through to one on the other side, which will be a secondary collection for further sediment. So anything that gets out of this one and into the next one will get picked up by that one. We were saying about our water systems, so I'll give you a very quick tour. We haven't got a hose pipe and we haven't got mains connection on this side of the property, so we are reliant on rainwater collection, and for that we are using water butts and ICB totes or IBC totes. I can't remember which one it is now. Brain's gone to mush. Now this I've cleaned out. It's still got some sludge in the bottom. These are very old water butts. They came with the property. Tried to clean them out. You can still see some gunk on the side, on the inside of that, but the majority of it is out, and these are now working. These the tap points. So we've got hose pipe here which will connect to this. That'll all be changed anyway. This one will connect to the next one. Once it goes back there, that'll be the point at which we water the plants from. But the idea, seeing as these seem to collect a lot of material and it's very difficult to clean them out, these two old garden water butts will be my way of filtering out the gubbins and whatnot that comes off this roof. So it'll come down, settle in these can be disconnected, tipped upside down, hose piped out, and then I'll get rid of all the sediment. Nice and easy to move. These not easy to move and very difficult to clean out. So this one's got to be done yet. You can see all the gunk on the inside. In fact, I will show you inside it. You can see the sludge down at the bottom. So I want to try and get as much of that out as possible because it's gunking up the outfall point, which is this ridge down here. So that all needs spraying out at some point later today. Well, I think that's pretty much connected as much as it needs to be. I'll screw this back into place, and then I think I'll clean this out. That'll do for today. That's as much as I can do until we get some rain, because I think that water butt that's over there needs to be full up a little bit more before it starts to filter into this one. So we'll see how it goes. Right, now that the guttering is done, I'm going to give this tote a quick wash out using those watering cans that I've just brought round. It won't get all the material out, it's just to try and reduce the amount of goop, for want of a better term, in that water butt, so that it doesn't impede the flow of the water out of the actual tap mechanism, spigot, whatever you want to call it. So let's get on with that. I thought we were meant to be digging, Alexander, not burying yourself. Oh well, at least someone's having fun. So I don't know whether you can see that or not, but I'm in the process of digging into this embankment. It's not a massive bank, but I'm digging into the bank, and then one of our water bots or IBC totes is going to go in there. So this back edge that you can just see here, that'll be going down, and then I'll be leveling it off and backfilling the base with some of this rubble that you can see around here, just so it's got a solid base. We don't get it sinking or collapsing once the tote's full. Alexander was meant to be helping me this morning, which I suppose he is by staying out of the way, but he's quite enthralled with digging, so we're making the most of the fact that he's preoccupied, which I think will work quite nice. All the soil that we're digging out is going in over there. I've not got to the point of digging out the actual soil, which you can see is very, very sandy. I'm just taking out the sod on the top, the grass. So I've got about another 1.5 meters to go to the left for this one. I think we'll probably put 2 totes on here eventually, but I'm just going to dig out one for now.
Dig.
Yeah?
Dig.
Are you going to come and help me dig?
Yeah.
Where's your spade? Go and get your spade. You can't dig without your spade.
Can't dig.
Go and get it. Hopefully this will work. The tote won't be connected to anything, but I am going to have a rain trap on the top with a filter on it. So that will then feed the polytunnel, which will be going in here. Hopefully we'll be starting that this weekend, and we'll be able to do all of the planting beds that will be going along this edge as well over here. Especially if we get 2 totes, it should be just enough. So you can probably see just behind me the tote's in. I've not put the frame in yet, the cage that it comes in. Just the tote. That's just to give me an idea of the measurements, the size. So obviously I want to put 2 in there, they'll be connected, and it will be raised up. So I've got to do at least another metre to the left. The materials from that, the soils, they're going onto some of the planting beds and the raised beds that we're going to put in. And it might need a little bit of expanding just to fit the cage in, but overall it's not too bad, and it fits quite nicely into the landscape. So I'll give you a bit of a close-up. So that fits in quite nice. So the idea is that it is sunk into the ground. I don't want it just being this big lump stuck at the side. So just to finish off the video about the water butts, our IBC totes. I don't think I quite got to the end of that video, but effectively we've got 2 of them dug in now, and we've got our rainwater collection system on the top, which is, I think it's called a tough spot, which has got holes drilled into it, and that feeds into the top of the tote, which you can just about see the level of the water here. It's been a particularly dry winter this winter, so we've not had as much rain as I thought, and these don't collect as much rain as I hoped, if I'm honest. So we've got enough space for a 3rd one to go in over here, and that's the intention this year, is to get another one dug in. But I'm also intending on using these beams, and I'm going to build a structure over the top of these and use either this corrugated metal or some plastic sheeting over the top, and that'll be our new rainwater collection system. So that will then feed in through a series of pipes into the tops of these totes, and then the intention of that is these water butts will feed into our polytunnel, more of which will follow. So we have got another couple of totes around the corner, which we also have been getting rainwater from the roof of the barn. Now they've filled up quite well, so I'm quite pleased with them, how they're working, but we could do with the third one over in this corner, and then once that's done, I think that'll be the system sorted. But for now, we'll leave it at that. I'll see you later.